Namaste from Nepal. I am Ratna Maya Lama, working in TPO Nepal, Transcultural Psychosocial Organization. We have been working in promoting psychosocial well-being and mental health of vulnerable populations in Nepal since 2005. Our work area focuses on research, capacity building, intervention, and advocacy. But today, I am emphasizing our work with victims of human trafficking and gender-based violence survivors. We have been working with the victims of human trafficking, including GBV survivors from 2010. Over the past decade, more than 2,200 GBV survivors received psychosocial counseling support from our organization. Through this Dignity Project, 148 survivors received services. Among them, 35% were survivors of trafficking and other remaining were survivors of gender-based violence.
Actually, I was abused by my husband and also in my workplace night entertainment sector where I was not paid timely. My husband restricted me to talk with anyone else. I was not allowed to talk with even with females and males as well. Tolerating all these things was hard, so I started drinking alcohol as well, which I left after counseling.
I faced violence at my own home, which made me leave my house and come to Kathmandu. After coming here, I was almost sold by 2 individuals. However, I luckily escaped away from them. After that, I wasn't even in the right state of mind to know what's going on inside me. My appetite and sleep was completely affected. I even faced torture from my family, which I have now learned to ignore.
TPO Nepal have been providing psychosocial support, health support, and shelter support to victims of human trafficking and gender-based violence. We enroll and deliver our services to the survivors with their informed consent. We ensure their confidentiality and promote further protection and dignity throughout their journey of healing. We are providing shelter support to the survivors through Sunita Foundation, a survivor-led organization. Our psychiatrists and clinical psychologists offer the specialized mental health and therapeutic services to the required cases. To restore the psychosocial well-being of the survivor, we are providing individual psychosocial counseling, group healing intervention, and specialized mental health support as well. Our psychosocial counselors provide individual psychosocial counseling to the survivors using the eclectic tools and techniques which helps them to heal from their trauma and strengthen their coping strategies as well. Similarly, we conduct group healing intervention for 7 days in group with the survivors. Often, survivors tend to remain silent, enduring all the psychological pain within themselves due to the social stigma and fear of being excluded by their own family and community. In group healing, they come together and share their painful feelings and experiences in group, which promotes a safe, nurturing, accepting environment to them in a group. This has helped them to understand and realize that they are not alone going through the difficulties and builds bonding with each other. It has boosted their self-esteem and restored their connections with each other. They take away the new ways of self-care techniques and strategies as coping to soothe themselves in difficulties.
Counselor taught in simple way on how to become assertive and say no, way of communicating without being aggressive, Ways to control aggression, like looking at the mirror, concentrating in leaves and other things, observing self and being aware to self-soothe. She also taught the relaxation exercise. By doing that relaxation exercise, I was able to sleep. I have received a lot of support from TPO because I could not sleep at all till 3 to 4 am in the morning, just sleep for 1 hour in day hardly. Now, a lot of things like sleep problem is resolved and I left drinking alcohol also. I used to get very angry, which now I can control. There has been a lot of changes in me than before.
अनि रिस पनि अलि कन्ट्रोल भयो त्यतिखेर भन्दा अहिले धेरै परिवर्तन आएको छ ममा
रुनलाई होस् हाँस्नलाई होस्
I think that in order to decrease the incidences of human trafficking, at first, violence at home should be stopped. And for this work, I request the human trafficking survivors like me to get involved. Either to cry or laugh, one needs a leaning shoulder and support. And for me, TPO Nepal has been that leaning shoulder and support. I would like to thank TPO Nepal wholeheartedly for supporting me, and I expect to continuously get this support from them. I also hope that many brothers and sisters like me will get the same kind of support from TPO and become strong enough like me.
The vulnerable population, particularly women and girls facing unemployment, poverty, domestic violence and abuse, or without proper child care or familial support, are being targeted by the traffickers, finding a new route and new reasons, even through the means of social media. Traffickers prey on them with promises of work, opportunities, marriage, and good fortune. TPO Nepal would like to express our sincere gratitude to United Nations Trust Fund for Victims of Human Trafficking, UNVTF, for granting the fund to provide direct assistance to survivors of trafficking and to the vulnerable high-risk women and girls in Nepal. We hope for the generous support of UNVTF for the sustainable and long-term intervention in Nepal in future. Thank you. Namaste.